Welcome back to Burning Rome Rants. I'm going to read you guys something real quick and tell me what you think it fits. The Judeo-Christian society with Greco-Roman roots struggled with immigration, the role of church and state, and the dangers of militant Islam. Its poor wanted the rich tax more, its rich could afford to find loopholes, and a swollen bureaucracy tried hard to find a balance that brought in enough money without crushing everyone. I bet you guys think I am describing modern Europe, what it's currently going through. In reality, that is the Roman Empire, just before it fell. The reason I'm bringing this up is the parallels between the West and the fall of Rome is ever so important, because the West might as well be known as the new Rome. Currently, we're dealing with these massive amounts of issues with taking in refugees and people, and it's a great thing. Some people honestly need help, but at the same time, there are dangers involved. Our banking system is ridiculous. There's so much money that's being horribly managed and not spent correctly. And there's loopholes, especially in the United States, but pretty much everywhere, for the rich to get richer and more money to end up in their hands while we evolve into some sort of feudal society where you just exist. And that's what Rome did. Feudalism became set in Rome. Got to keep that in mind. Much later, there was no social mobility. It was their reason why feudalism became a thing. This is something that needs to be brought up. Are we near the end of Western civilization as we know it? Maybe. Just maybe we are. Who can really say? But all evidence seems to be pointing that we are, with the bloated bullshit of our government control, the unnecessary powers of the money in the banking system, where our money's becoming more worthless as time goes on, which goes to another Roman thing where they had less silver in the currency, and thus it became worth less. It's such startling. I want you guys to realize this, just how startling it is that how similar we just are to Rome near its end. Now, Rome, of course, squeaked out about a couple hundred years when this kind of kicked off, but it continued. Not to mention the horribly corrupt governments of the Senate, and even the emperors who were nothing more than just there to die for the other one to take place, with military leaders being in charge. While I don't see the military gaining authority, I do inherently see the corruption in the politics, our money becoming worthless because it has nothing backing it. It just has worth because they say it does, and the issue of taxes and nothing's being fairly distributed. Not in the socialist way, but no one's paying their taxes. The rich are not paying their taxes. They just aren't. So it's just the parallels to me are disturbing. It's clear, I think, to everyone that Western civilization as we know it is on the decline. We have had a solid, I'd say, 800 years, give or take, of Western power. I mean, give or take. And it would make sense that we're on the decline. While it isn't one big government ruling us, it is smaller ones with the same Greco-Roman values that has established society since the Renaissance. And you could argue that, like, the United States is not a Judeo-Christian people. Of course, it's not legally and under the law. It's a secular society. But to deny that a lot of European countries are that way is foolish. So that's from what I described to you earlier in the video, this stuff sounds ripped from the headlines. It doesn't sound like it's from an empire that fell roughly 1,500 years ago. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like us now. So, guys, I want you to keep that in mind. Rome is burning, and we're burning just like it did. Goodbye.